Hey, what's up? John Sonmez here from simpleprogrammer.com. So I got a question on Twitter. I thought I'd answer this question. It's a fitness related question. So if you like the fitness videos, stay tuned. If you don't, I don't know why not. I mean, everyone has to eat and lift weights, right? I mean, isn't that like a basic thing? Like you got to eat and lift weights? I don't know. That's what I think. But if you check out all my fitness and diet stuff, you can check out the playlist here. But I got this question from actually a buddy of mine, Joel Coliantano, who runs a awesome podcast website. Podcast is called Test Talks. He's just a fantastic guy, by the way, just really good guy. And he asked me a question on Twitter, and it is basically, do you have any YouTube video or thoughts on BowFlex versus free weights? So I'm not gonna do this as a knock against BowFlex, because I mean, I've got right here, I've got some BowFlex adjustable weights here, okay? So actually we'll put a link to that, might as well plug it. All right, so those are pretty cool. But the BowFlex itself, I've actually had a BowFlex at one point when I was setting up a home gym, and I was like, oh, this would be a portable way to have, you know, a compact way to have a home gym set up and not have to have the bench press and all that stuff. And I tried it out, and plus, you know, the guys in the BowFlex commercials, they looked ripped as hell. They must be really gaining some muscle and stuff. And you know, there's definitely some pros and cons to it. I mean, overall, I'll just give my overall. Overall, free weights are going to deliver you a better result, in my opinion, right? I have not seen anyone actually achieve the same level of results using a BowFlex as they will with free weights. There's a couple of reasons for that. The whole BowFlex thing with the bow system, it works pretty good, except that the problem is you need so much tension for some of those exercises, and it's just not, it's not as effective as using free weights. When you use free weights, also use a lot of stabilizer muscles, which are important. So, you know, I use a mix of machine weights in the gym and free weights, but I mostly try to do free weights. One of the key things here, because I know there's a lot of debate and arguments, and we could go back and forth on this, and I will give you that if you use the BowFlex, you're probably going to get results if you're lifting heavy enough weights with the BowFlex and you can get enough resistance. But the setup and all the trouble of switching the things and what you could actually do with it, conceivably with high weights, is just, in my opinion, not worth the hassle. But you know, we could argue back and forth on that. But I will tell you this, that when you look at the physiques of people that you want to look like, you should ask them what they're doing, or you should see what they're doing. Because if you look at people, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime, maybe we can pop up a photo there of him, and you look at different people that you want to get their physique, you want to look like. Most of them, I would bet, are not using BowFlex, right? I mean, it's going to be really difficult. You're going to be really hard pressed to find someone. Now, if you find someone, hey, send me a comment, send me a link, and let me know of someone that has built their physique using BowFlex. But this is just kind of a core principle to think about. It's like, if you want to achieve someone's results, you have to ask them what they're doing, right? Tony Robbins talks about this all the time, about modeling, about the idea that you model people, right? So if someone is doing what you want to do or achieving the success that you want to achieve in some area of your life, the easiest thing to do is just to model them, just to do what they're doing. And so, you know, I talk about this all the time with people who I'm coaching in the gym, because they get these stupid personal trainers, and these personal trainers, I don't know, they probably mean well, but they have them balancing on like a Bosu ball and doing curls while balancing on a ball, or they have them doing like all kinds of weird TRX shit, and it's just not effective. I'm like, I'm looking around and I'm like, look, here's the thing, okay? I understand that the trainer is saying you need to work your core and all this stuff and functional strength and whatever, but look around the gym and look at the people who look the best, right? Who has the best physique, and look at what kind of exercises they're doing. They are not messing around with that balance ball or balance board and doing funky shit, right? They're lifting heavy ass weights. A lot of times they're consistent, they're in the gym, and they're doing mostly free weights, right? This is like, so that's my answer, again, to combat all the back and forth. Yes, theoretically, a BowFlex resistance training should be able to gain you muscle, but in practical terms, you just don't see that happening, okay? So if you're just starting out, if you want to do the home gym thing, I mean, we could talk about the pros and cons as well, but I did also find, for me personally, and I'm a pretty disciplined person, that when I was working out in the home gym exclusively using the BowFlex and using free weights and stuff, I didn't work as hard. I was more likely to cut the workout short. I was more likely to get interrupted. But if I had to go physically to the gym to lift weights, I was more inspired, right? I was more trying to show off, so I'm pushing myself harder. You know, all kinds of psychological factors come into play, and I've taken the time to actually go there, so I'm more likely to do a more intense workout, do that 9. I always talk about 9 or above, baby. We want to do 9 or above, and so I'm more likely to do that 9 or above workout. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of the BowFlex. I mean, if I did do the BowFlex thing, if I were to do that again, I would definitely invest in getting the heavier band, like bows, like the upgraded ones, which, you know, ends up costing you more money and stuff. The weights, like I said, the adjustable weights, those are great. I keep some of those around just because I hardly ever use them now, but because I'm always going to the gym, but they're kind of cool. Like, I think my weight goes up to, I don't know, like 90 or 100 pounds. It's crazy. It's good. It's real compact. It makes sense to have something like that. But I mean, if you're setting up a home gym, like, I would get some of those BowFlex adjustable weights. I would get like just a bench that has an incline adjustable. And if you can get a squat rack, that'd be great. You know, then you can pretty much hit everything that you need. You can do shoulder presses, military presses. You can do a bench press, incline. You can do curls. You can do pull-ups if you've got a good, you know, squat rack that lets you do that, or you can pull up bars, not hard to finagle or figure out. But that's what I would recommend. I'd recommend that over a BowFlex. Like, it's just not as good. And the other thing I'd say about the BowFlex that I found was just like trying to switch the things up and do the activities and like doing the leg stuff on there. It just did not work as well as it just, like, you see it in the commercial. So, you know, I don't want to hate on BowFlex. You know, if BowFlex is like, hey, that's bullshit, like, we'll send you a BowFlex and actually, I don't want a BowFlex. Don't send me a fucking BowFlex. Where am I going to put the damn thing? But you know, whatever. Just let's. I shouldn't have said that. So, because I do not want to. I'm just going to say this now. I do not want a BowFlex. I have nowhere to put it. I'm not going to go through. I'm not going to interrupt my training program. But, you know, if you can show me some people that have actually, like, built impressive physiques with BowFlex, I'll bow to it. I'll say, okay, yeah, I think it's theoretically possible. Let me put it that way. I think that it's possible to do it. I think, though, you're going to have to do heavy weights and heavy bands that, you know, of the bows, and you're going to have to put a lot of effort into it. And I would rather just go to the gym and do free weights. Do what, you know, why do something other than what 90% of the people that are achieving really great physiques are doing? Go copy them. You know, that's the best way to do it. All right, that's all I got to say about that. Great question, and make sure you check out Joe's stuff. He's a pretty awesome guy, and I want to see Joe get friggin' ripped. He's gonna be like buff because he's getting ready. I can tell. That's why he's asking this question. So we'll see what happens. All right, if you like this video, click that subscribe button below. I will talk to you next time. Take care.